I'm back with a long video, and the one you were all waiting for. So my reason for leaving Japan, because actually there are many things that people leaving their YouTuber or influencer they don't tell you. Because I got messages like, why you are leaving? Japan is such a perfect country. Nope. And especially not if you're a foreigner. But even Japanese people right now, they are not so happy about their lifestyle anymore. So let's have more detail after the opening. Remember to follow me on all my other social media for daily upload, daily outfit, and like daily life now in Canada. So let's start with the reason I left Japan. First and most important things is the visa thing. So getting a working visa is pretty hard kind of everywhere, I think, right now. I think except Europe. I think European countries always kind of more easy, but I have no idea because I don't need one there. For Japan, you have always to have a degree and to find a job related to your degree, and that some Japanese people cannot do that in place of you. And another important things, like in Japan, you can change job, but you must be in the same type of job you got your visa. And also you cannot do whatever type of job, like for example, you cannot work like in restaurants or like stores or anything like is normal working. You have only to do like office job or whatever is related to degrees. So this is also limit your option, because actually it's not so easy to find this type of job. And for most of them, except the IT, you need at least N2 N1 level in Japanese. Even for like being a receptionist in a hotel, you have to have a degree, an N2 level in GLPT, so very advanced level in Japanese, and you got paid as shit. Like for example, I applied for a job like really for an hotel to be like the front staff. You have only like to do the check-in, the check-out, and this kind of things, and the pay was what, not even $1,000, and you also sometimes you have night shift. So you see the problem here, but this is not visa thing. We're gonna talk about like paycheck in the next point. Another visa things is like you have to have a job in Japan, like a working visa for 10 years. So it means like you have to stay like in your job or like similar job for 10 years to only have the opportunity to apply for the permanent residence visa. And it's not even sure that you can get that, because they're gonna check your income, your tax payment, and if you really did all the time that type of job. I got like information from a friend, like she knows a girl that she was there with like working as idol. So she did like for 10 years, so she applied them for the permanent residence visa, but only one time she did a DJ like job that for them is not idol job, so they refused the permanent resident visa, and now she have to wait other 10 years to get another one. And you can think, okay, but it's not bad, I can wait 10 years. If you're in your 20s, at the end you can be stable in Japan around your 30s, so it's still like, it's still worth it. But during all these 10 years, you have to pay the residence tax. So it's probably a tax only for foreign people that you have to pay every year when you work there, and it's kind of $1,000, and it's probably only to have the privilege to live in Japan. There is not any other reason. So barely you give in 10 years $10,000 to the Japanese government to have the privilege to stay there. So lovely. Second point now, paycheck and your income. Another good point, because like it's true, like life cost isn't too much, but only if you really do like simple things. You don't do events, you don't do like pop-up cafe or all these like special things and you don't eat foreign food, you can manage to live kind of well. If you only go to work, eat at home, or eat Japanese food and have really basic stuff, perfect. Because really, like, Japanese food is super cheap. Like, even restaurant like izakaya, everything's super cheap. If you want to still eat burgers or whatever, you're gonna double or even 3-4 times the price. And also all the cute pop-up cafe kawaii events that you see, like, oh my god, that's so cute, anime things. Yeah, that things are super fucking expensive. Someone doesn't realize that if you are a tourist and you pay like in dollars or euros, it's super cheap. But if you live there and your incomes are in yen right now, it's really like super expensive. Like, I have like pop-up cafe was kind of like what I was earning in a day. Like, you understand, like, I prefer to pay my bills. So like so I'm gonna give you like an example. So everyone was envying me for working in Harajuku. Harajuku people, every like store stuff or anything, we got minimum wage. And minimum wage is now 1,100 yen. That is gonna be like €6. Or right now with the yen dropping, maybe $5, like like $5 or something. So in a month you earn around 1K, 1,200 more or less if you're lucky. And I heard like this is like part-time job. When you pass full-time, you have like a fixed amount a month. Extra hours are not paid. Holidays are not extra pay. You have only 10 days holidays a year that you can take. So like barely at my job in store, we were working on Sundays, weekends, national holidays, Christmas, New Year's Eve. I was always paid $5. You don't have like pay like illness leave. And yeah, and this is also value when you're full-time. I think I have some illness leave paid, but extra hours are always free because you work for the company. And then yeah, in Japan you start with the it's kind of like with the age growing the company. So you, even if you're super qualified, your first revenue is gonna be super low. Like, I have a friend that she got 170,000 yen, so it's barely 700 euro for the first year, like working in the company. Like, it's crazy how you can live with $700, like crazy. And then you can grow in the company, and every year they're gonna like, you're gonna raise a little your wage. So maybe after 10 years you still can make a living and enjoy a little more life in Japan. But also for like job that most foreign people do, like English teacher, you can have a pay raise only for 4 or 5 years, and you're gonna suck, and they're gonna really not pay you enough for the type of job you're doing and the hours. You start working like at 7, 8, and you finish at 8 in the evening, and you're gonna pay like super shitty. Then an extra thing is kind of like, even if you're in a big company, you're a foreigner. So I heard so many times, like, you cannot have a career. You're gonna be staff entry level for the rest of your life, because manager positions are only for Japanese, 100% Japanese people. So this is also something like, if someone really has more, like, it's more career oriented, you're stuck. You cannot do anything, except if you're super lucky to find foreign companies to work with. I'm always talking about Japanese companies, how they work. Like, that actually they're the 80%. So this is why, like, you're gonna get like super lucky to have a job for a foreign company. This is like mostly I'm always talking for the majority of people. And then maybe you get lucky, or you wait the 10 years, you're gonna get now a good wage or whatever. The problem is, it means that you have many extra hours, or you have to work all the time. I have friends that have really kind of management position. They work till 10 p.m. in the night. And still, even if they have the money, they still cannot do anything, because or you have the money but no time, or you have more extra time but you don't have money. So I have a friend that cannot even afford to travel outside Japan, even if they have kind of well job. It's kind of like, or I do a travel this year, or I move house. So no, I would love to be able like to have a job, to earn enough to enjoy my life. It's not only work, work. Can have my 2-3 weeks of holidays, can travel, can enjoy live events, food and restaurants, and not have to choose. So this is something like, I think the real problem in Japan is still the balance between private life and like working life. And many Japanese people too they don't like that anymore. So I know a huge society problem there is kind of like more young people only do like part-time job, because actually you have more free time. You are not obliged to go to work. If you want to get 2 weeks off, you can. There is barely no contract. Of course, you don't get paid if you are sick. You don't get paid for day off. But you still can manage your own time. So, but it's not a stable job. So it's still like, you cannot do a part-time job for the rest of your life. So they have real social issues that I'm gonna talk in the third point. So racism and discrimination is something that you can even notice when you are a tourist, if you stay like kind of like a month or something, and if you are careful what is happening around you. Like for example, people won't sit near to you on the metro, or restaurants kind of like when you want to see, they're gonna tell you, we are closing in 2 hours. Like, yeah, I still have time to make my order and eat and go away. This is happening if you're kind of more like Western, like other Asian ethnicity. They got even worse, because I remember like my ex-boyfriend is Chinese American, and he told me that often when he was in Japan with his family, that they're American Chinese, but so Chinese, there were restaurants that empty, that they refused to let them sit. So we are kind of like apartheid things, like, and you kind of like, I'm a customer, you have to let me sit and let me pay, not refuse to sit me, or telling me, we are closing in like 2 hours. So okay, what's the point? You don't want me to serve me? Like, and it happens really, really often. Then, especially at work, everyone is nice, but it's fake. They don't really want to get near to you or be friends, except like the Japanese people, they want to have a free English teacher. So be careful also, people like trying to use you to have free English lesson, because there are many. And at work, for example, like in my first job, I was really like bullied. Like the girl barely ignore me, like I wasn't existing. And if I have a question, I have to ask something, they pretend not to understand what I was saying. And I was also have a girl, like she was telling to the manager, like she was really inventing story for everyone. But she was kind of like a mean girl to everyone. And my second job, everyone was nice. In general, it's more the girls mean than the boys. But for example, I was never invited to do like at a party, or to have a drink with them, to have dinner after work. They were always, if there was like a like company party, they always fix the day that I couldn't go. These kind of things, like they don't invite you, and they make on purpose that you cannot go. And also when like it was like my ex-boss, he wanted to like start selling more like in the US or something, to do maybe pop-up store at events or something. So he asked me all the questions that I found like some reply, like some, you know, some information for him. And when I asked him to maybe give me the full time and to get me the visa, he already told me like, oh no, you foreign people, you don't work well, you are lazy, and you are not hard worker and Japanese, so why you're still here? Like, what the fuck? I still have the message, I can even post them online. So and if you follow me on Instagram, you know which brand it is. And many brands actually, when you go to Harajuku, they don't like foreign people. They also do on purpose for me not to make signs for foreign people. They don't really care about selling to you. And they don't welcome you at the store. They don't talk to you. They are really rude in the way they talk to you. I know some tourists, they don't respect Japanese like rules and like, you know, being polite in a Japanese way, but not everyone knows, and Japanese people really treat you like shit. And when you work there and you live there, is the same or even worse. I got even problem to go to the doctor. Like many doctors refuse to visit me. And I'm not the only one I heard to have this kind of issues. Like I heard stories like a girl got a cancer and all doctor refused to treat her, though she have to go back to America to be treated. Like, you see, like maybe when you are 20 you don't have many health issues, but when you start like getting older, if I have like a serious issues, no one there was like visiting me. And even if they found something, like have some like stomach issue, like I also did a gastro internal visit, you know, the gastroscopic thing. And even if the doctor found something, he didn't give me any treatment. It was my mom sent me the medicine from Italy for 6 months. And also that is not only this, also to have a SIM card. Many companies refuse to open a contract with you if you are not a stable work. If you're a student, you don't get anything. You cannot open a bank account. You get refused even if you have a work permit. If your work permit is only for a year or too short, you cannot get a rent. You cannot like rent an apartment. And all this because you are foreign. And even if you are like have like a friend, that she have to go with her Japanese boyfriend to can get like the contract for her new apartment, like to show like I'm with a Japanese. Like for me this is really huge discrimination, especially because I'm an independent woman. I don't want to have a Japanese boyfriend to do like things that I'm supposed to can do by myself. And also the relationship with Japanese people is another big problem. This is our point 4. So personal relationship with Japanese people really complicated. Like they are really have real social issue for me. All of them have OCD or ADHD, whatever. Like they have all big issue, except if they have like live abroad or study abroad or be like in a Western country for a long time. So if they couldn't speak English perfectly, they live abroad, or they have deal with foreign people for a long time, okay. It's like you can have like a normal friendship or relationship, whatever. But 80% of Japanese people shitty. So especially like if you're searching for a boy, boys are 2 type. Like the gaijin hunter, we call like that, is kind of like a specialized in searching to barely sleep with foreign girls. Oh, they are really super shy, and you can get like something in like a year if you are lucky, or they only want to hang out with you to see like, I'm going out with a foreign blonde girl or something. Especially if you're blonde with blue eyes, you're gonna get so much attention. So every guy is trying to pick you up from the street and try to eat on you everywhere. So it's kind of like super boring. They are not interested in you. They only want to tell their friends, I snapped the foreign girl. Like, so yeah. And for the rest, they're really issues in whatever. They take 3 days to reply to a message. You cannot ask to a friend to grab a beer together because this is dating and they don't want to supposed to be dating you if it's not a date. So you barely, girls go out with girls and boys go out with boys. What else? Like, this is for the boys. Girls, even worse, in my opinion, guys. You have to be really, really super careful. Except if you don't care, because girls, they have only one mission in their life: to get married and have a baby, especially before 30 years old, because the society decide that you are a loser if you are not married and have a child. So desperate Japanese girls that weren't able to find a Japanese guy, they eat foreign guys because foreign guys need a visa and they are desperate to find a husband. So they are not really interested in you. They only want to be married, to be pregnant, and then most of the time they're gonna divorce you because they got what they want. So I heard many stories about that. Then there are also many people that they love each other and whatever, that this always happens, but you have to be really careful. Like there are also like some shitty story like that I heard, but I'm gonna leave like this kind of thing for maybe another video. So right now, to conclude, it's only like when you see, like when I got an opportunity to go to Canada, I say why not? Because barely, right now I'm doing the same type of job, like retail stuff. In Japan, I was earning, even if like working like full time, we can say $1.5. In Canada, same type of job, same hours, I get $3K. My apartment costs exactly the same. I was paying $900 in Tokyo and I pay $900 here, utilities included. In Tokyo, I only have 10 days holidays a year and I have to work all weekends and holidays, whatever. I don't get any pay raise. In Canada, I have like, it's a like a Western country, so I have normal holidays and I can take like paid leave whenever. Healthcare system, okay, even in Canada it's kind of like free healthcare, or you have to pay a little, kind of like Japan, you have like an insurance that you have to pay every month, or the company pay for you. But here I'm sure they're gonna visit me and treat me because there is no racism. And most important things, in Canada, with my degrees and my skills, I can apply for a permanent residence in 2 years, when in Japan is 10. And for this 10 year, I have to pay $1K every year of taxes. So you see my point. So if you have any question that you want me to reply, drop a comment and I'm gonna make a second video replying to all the things you want to know. For now, I wish you a really lovely day and I hope to see you soon.